Patience, precious mode of being. Waiting, watching, feeling, seeing. Landscapes from an eagle's view. The flow will guide the adventure of you. Awakened attention to the still. Deep within the voice of will. Breath betweenness. Conscious, calm, always alert, never alarmed.
energy movement now. All is energy movement now. I help me to be all that is me, happy and free in light and love, rising far above this life with its ego trips and strife, happy to only be changing eternally. Energy movement now. All is energy movement now. I help me to be all that is me, happy and free in light and love, rising far above this life with its ego trips and strife, happy to only be changing eternally. Ain't got no worries, I've got no shame. Ain't got no guilt and I got no blame. So I am light as a feather in any kind of weather. Ain't got no worries, I've got no shame. Ain't got no guilt and I got no blame. So I am light as a feather in any kind of weather.
We're in Hastings, south of England. Banksy has been here too. Great artist, and no one knows his or her true identity. Exciting. When I get back home to the small Danish island called Fanø, I will use these recordings in an art project called Linking, where fine artist Margit Enger and myself will cooperate and explore meetings of paintings and poetry. Words, images, music. In what ways do their linking up change how the elements are perceived? We have an exhibition in Fanø Art Museum, April next year. Margit with paintings with words painted onto the canvas, and me with a book and a video installation. Hey, actually, you might be sitting there watching the video installation this very second. If so, then brilliant, great. Then I shall finish up here and let you get on with it.
Snowy stillness, white, serene, quiet landscapes. Sound effects, all crunchy, cozy. Frost breath. Being indoors, candles, wood burners, the smell of heating. Socializing in small groups in homes. Private, intimate communicating. Staying at home, dwelling deeper inside oneself. Spending time alone, playing with expressions. Winter, resting, listening, brewing. Going undercover, so to speak, sowing secret seeds of babies to be born after summer next year, maybe. Babies as in songs and scenes, stories. In winter there is time to sit still. Non-action is needed to hear the inner stirrings. The hardest part, not to act. Winter helps one to sit still and listen. Soft snow. Når mørket atter igjen omslutter hverdagen, og vi søker sammen rundt peisbål og stearin, og stormkastene uler og knirker i hushjørnene, og vi er i takknemlig ly fra svarte sluddkulden. Da pulserer fantasien i takt med skyggene. Kinn blir rødvarme, og øyne funkler magisk. dunkelheten gjør stemningen disig og dus. Det er lenge til våren, og vi må hente lys og latter fra solspeilet, inni oss selv og mellom hverandre.
I am a singer when I sing, a dancer when I dance. I'm a lover and a mother and a watcher of TV. I'm a writer when I write, a reader when I read, a doer and a dreamer, and above all, I'm just me. Of course I do care, and of course I feel bad when we can't live in peace. But I won't focus on fear, I'll help with a glad, so our scale can be centered at ease. There are plenty of people who tell of their wrongs. We need more of us singing out positive songs to prepare or repair, or both or none. Things come up, pass by, and then they're gone. I try to shrug and grin and bear it. I work at trying not to fear it. I do my best and then I'm done. Whatever happens, life just carries on. My horizon. Lined with pink velvet. (360°). Shining quietly. Om å være i ferd med å finne en beslutning. 8 blomster blomstrende inn i åpenbaring. Sinnets trangsyn zoomende inn i lammende dumskap. Fra frosk til ørn fresende høy på luft. Finner små detaljer kjedelige, ser det egentlige skillet. 8 sommerfugler flaksende inn i lekeposisjon. Tredje øye utvidet lukker åpnende, inn i klok beslutning. Fra overveldet til kraftfullt, stigende, vannet rolig. Kjenn den indre stillhets sannhet, hør viljens røst. What I want. I'm a sucker for love, seeking the ultimate mellow fellow. I'm well tuned in to what's above, yet my soundtrack's ruled by cello. I don't want no macho mouse. I don't want no pessimist. He's gotta be good to share my house. He's gotta have the strength of the optimist. I'm a lover of good times. Laughter, dancing, food and drink. Enjoying to live never was no crime. Oneness in what I do say and think. I don't want no meek admirer. I don't want no manipulator. He's gotta have a heart on fire. He's gotta be a spontaneous structurator.
About falling. I've been doing a lot of falling lately, but gradually, a bit at a time. Or such is the illusion I've used to get used to it. First I fell for a man, got scared, but kept falling. Of course, gravity is stronger than fear, luckily. Then I fell for the place where he lives. A tiny sand heap of an island with ferry connection, where the locals are friendly and cars are scarce. Where architecture looks like something out of a children's book, with its straw-thatched rooftops and cobblestone little streets. Where people are into dancing and laughing, chanting and yoga nidra. Where beaches and woods take up a lot of space, and summer house rental is a major source of income. I spent last winter deciding whether it was safe to allow the fall. I do admit it is a silly thing to imagine to be doing. Then I moved into this man's village, into his house, into his arms. I actually enjoy falling, letting go, accepting change happening to me, in me. It's just that I've fallen before too, and it hurt. So this time I needed to be certain that I'd be okay. One can of course never be certain, so it was hard work. But I kept on surfing the waves of my emotions and thoughts, and ended up saying yes to the move, embracing the new, trusting our love to be true. When I think about it, I'm actually against the metaphor of falling when it comes to being in love. I prefer to think of it as rising in love with each other. But okay, that's for another day's ponderings. Bottom line is, I'm falling deeper and deeper in love with my current life situation. About what I want to talk about. About positive solutions to political problems. About personal pains and how to mend. About artistic expressions, their humor and clever commenting, about life's synchronicities and its other magical stuff, about my feelings and thoughts, and the ones of my partner in the conversation, about love, bringing tears of gratitude in my eyes, about beauty and spirit, the wonder of near-death experiences, about anything personal of importance, about anything else than superficial, shallow, small talk of things one owns or gossip, about things that matter, matters of the heart, the soul. I want to talk about love and death. About whether to practice a religion. I never practiced no religion. I need to think for myself, not take on a package deal of ready-made belief. Since I was 12, I've been reading eagerly about death and parapsychology, about thoughts on the why are we. Later, I joined university, studied social anthropology and organizational psychology, enjoying the learning of theory. When I was 20, I met with Zen. Swinging my samurai sword, I found my kiai. The closest I will ever come to being an ist is a Taoist. My heart tells me my truth. I know what is right and wrong through my feelings. I agree with most of the Buddhist thinking. I admire Jesus for his wisdom. There are many masters to learn from, and they all talk of the same one, all, love. Love is my religion, to quote Ziggy Marley. Great song that. About giving up one's life. I don't think it's possible to give up my life. But to give up my current body's life, yes, for my child. If we were in a situation where I could save her life by dying, I would. How could I live on with her dead, knowing I could have saved her? That would be torture. Whilst dying isn't even painful, I don't believe. It's just another birth, back into the space where I used to be before I entered my present form. There are probably also other situations where I would give up my life voluntarily. I can't know, though, without being in that situation, because it is very important also that my child has a mother alive with her, so I cannot leave easily. Maybe if my dying would save many people and my child was grown up. Whether a person is ready to die for someone or something outside of her or him must, in my opinion, be every person's individual choice. It is my birth and it is my death. I decide for me. I am my responsibility. Suicide as well. I fully respect suicide. I understand that enormous, pain-filled longing to end one's misery. It is sad when a person does not get help to survive his or her inner turmoil. It is sad, but it is no one's shame. No one is to blame. It was that person's choice, and as such it must be accepted and respected. Death is just another birth, another passage. Energy is eternal. We all continue to be.
If you can communicate in a different tongue than your mother's, be proud, feel proud, no matter what mistakes you make. If you can communicate in a different tongue than your mother's, be proud, feel proud, no matter what mistakes you make. 'Cause it's about communicating, getting together, celebrating this mystery called life. And none of us do remember why. Why are we here? And should we care about the reason for the changes of season? If you can communicate in a different tongue than your mother's, be proud, feel proud, no matter what mistakes you make. If you can communicate in a different tongue than your mother's, be proud, feel proud, no matter what mistakes you make. 'Cause it's about communicating, getting together and celebrating this mystery called life. And none of us do remember why. Why are we here? And should we care about the reason for the changes of season?
Oppover, utover, nedover, innover, snirkler de seg, spinner videre koblinger fra hverandres kvist. Mystiske, magiske mønstre blir til, mens man ikke engang er i tanker om tanker.
I'm not a human being having a spiritual experience. No, I'm a spiritual being having a human experience. Let your heart guide you. Let your heart guide you. I'm a spiritual being having a human experience.